Hi, I'm Amy from Amy's Healthy Baking. Here in my kitchen, I share recipes that are light in calories but full of flavor. They're delicious and nutritious because you shouldn't have to choose. Today, I'm making my ultimate healthy sugar cookies. They're rich and buttery, just like traditional recipes, but these are much easier to make. And I have a secret mess-free trick to rolling out the cookie dough that I think you're going to love. So let's get started on these sweet sugar cookies. This easy recipe begins with white whole wheat flour. Then some cornstarch, which helps keep the cookies nice and soft, and a little bit of baking powder and salt. Then I'll whisk this together. Time for the next step. Many traditional sugar cookie recipes instruct you to cream together large amounts of butter and sugar, but not this one. Instead, I'm using a small amount of melted butter, which means you don't need a mixer. Then comes an egg, a splash of vanilla, and then my secret ingredient, butter extract. I'll whisk this together. Butter extract is what adds the same rich flavor as traditional recipes, but for a fraction of the calories. You can typically find it on the baking aisle right next to the vanilla extract. I'm sweetening these sugar cookies with 2 ingredients. The first is honey, and the second is vanilla stevia. And I'll stir those in. If I used all honey, that would add way too much liquid to the cookie dough. It would look more like muffin batter, and I wouldn't be able to roll it out or cut it into shapes. But by using half honey and half stevia, that means that the cookie dough is the correct texture and the cookies turn out perfectly sweet. Now I'll add the flour mixture, and I'll stir it in. Right now, the cookie dough is a bit too soft to roll out, so I'm going to chill it first. Before I put it in the fridge, I'm going to wrap the cookie dough in plastic wrap. I have a large sheet here, and I'm going to put the cookie dough right in the center. And I'll shape it into a 1-inch tall rectangle with a spatula. Then I'll lay another large sheet of plastic wrap on top. Fold up the excess, and put this in the fridge to chill. The cookie dough is ready to roll out, so it's time to share my secret trick. I actually leave it in between these 2 large sheets of plastic wrap while I roll it out. This means you don't have to flour your work surface or your rolling pin, so there's no mess to clean up. How easy was that? Now I'm going to peel back the top layer of plastic wrap. Today I'm using my favorite heart-shaped cookie cutter, but you can use any shape that you'd like. Just remember to put your shapes as close together as possible to minimize the amount of unused cookie dough. Now I'm going to pull the unused cookie dough away from the cutout shapes. If I tried to pull the cutout shapes away from the unused dough instead, the cookies tend to stretch and turn lopsided. But by pulling the unused dough away first, the cookies hold their shape much better. These cookies are almost ready to bake. I've lined a large baking sheet with a silicone baking mat, and now I'm going to transfer my cookie dough onto that. Time to bake. The cookies just came out of the oven and they smell heavenly, so rich and buttery. I'm going to leave them on the baking sheet for just a few minutes and then transfer them to a wire rack. These cookies turned out beautifully. They're soft, perfectly shaped, and so sweet and buttery. They really do taste just like traditional recipes. These truly are the ultimate healthy sugar cookies. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more delicious and nutritious recipes. You can find a printable version of this ultimate healthy sugar cookie recipe on my website, amyshealthybaking.com. And when you make your own, please leave me a comment and tell me what you think of them. I always love to hear from you. Don't tell my mom, but I think I'm gonna have sugar cookies for dinner.